Last week we had a nightmare, letting the other team score 50 points on us, but believe me when I say, that will not happen again. No chance. This team is better than that. That was just starting off. We had some trouble getting to grips with what we were doing, but the players are ready now. I promise you, we won't be losing games by ridiculous margins like that again. A change we made since last week, we got rid of Isaiah Peed. He just absolutely let us down. 3 fumbles in one game. You can't trust a guy like that. So we now have DJ Foster as our receiving back, our third down back. And he's got 71 catching, 66 route running. So it's not bad at all. He's quite a good choice there. Some of those stats are actually better than Isaiah Peed's anyway. His carrying is definitely better than Isaiah Peed's. But that is the only change we've made so far. So we're ready for this week. I promise better things, so let's play the Giants. So just like last week here, we get a chance for a 3 and out, and now Manning is stood for a long time, coverage is good, but there's no rush getting to him, and then the receiver comes back on the route, catches it, and that's a huge gain there for 35 yards or so. That pass rush has got to improve, the coverage can't stay strong forever, and here again, Manning stood around for a long time, the rush isn't coming, and finally it does there. Michael Bennett with the sack, taking him to a 3rd and 17 situation. And now we've got a good chance to force them to take a field goal here. Again, Manning stood around for a while. He completes that pass, but the receiver goes out of bounds. So it's 4th and 11, and they're gonna kick the field goal. So we did nothing with our first offensive possession, and they're back here knocking at the door. 3rd and inches on the 13, but we've stopped them once today. Can we do it again? And Shane Vereen there slices through them. No one tackling him. Finally there, Ebner gets the tackle. We stop him at the 3-yard line, and we get them into a 2nd and goal situation here. Fackrell hits Manning, then comes Pierre Lewis, but Manning breaks through those tackles, and finally there, he gets sacked after breaking through the tackles of 2 linebackers. And on the next play, they get the touchdown to go up 10-0. So here we are, 3rd and 8. We still haven't got anything moving on offense yet. But he looks for Malcolm Mitchell here. Malcolm Mitchell's a guy you can trust, and he gets the 1st down there. And on this play, we're handing it off to Keith Marshall, letting him do his thing, and he goes there, hits them big, gets stopped there, but he breaks that tackle, takes it the full 10 yards for the 1st down. But a couple of plays later, we find ourselves in 3rd and 8 again. This time Hackenberg, who's that? It's Mobo. That's Moritz Böhringer getting the 1st down for us. A big play there from the German receiver, getting us that 1st down. Then we find ourselves 2nd and inches, and again we hand the ball off to Marshall. He picks up the perfect block there, breaks it out, and gets the touchdown. That's his 2nd touchdown in 2 weeks now, gets us within 4 points, but we don't convert the extra point, so it is 10-6 now. And here we have the Giants in a 3rd and 1, and we've got to guess the run. We do get it right, and he stops in there. That was Kevin Pierre Lewis again. 4th and 1, we stop them, get the turnover, and we have to get points in this possession, and we start with a run with DJ Foster, and he breaks it big, goes way down the field, gets tackled eventually. That's 29 yards. That's his 1st game for us today, and a few plays later, and we're on the 4-yard line here. We're looking for some fades, and Sudfeld slips to the back of the end zone. Hackenberg finds him, and that's a touchdown. So we now actually go ahead. We're in front now for the 1st time this season. We actually have a chance to go into the half leading. But here, Shane Vereen, nobody's getting off the blocks. Shane Vereen on a halfback slip screen beats us big, and they go ahead 17-13. We had the chance there to go into the half leading, but we mess up that opportunity and let them score a touchdown. And here on this kick return, pretty much one of the last things we'll do before the half ends, and Pharaoh Cooper takes it through the middle, and all of a sudden a hole opens up. He runs into his own blockers, but gets through, and Pharaoh Cooper gets through for the touchdown return. No one's catching him. Apple's close, but he's not close enough. That's a 90-yard touchdown return for Pharaoh Cooper. An afterthought in the team up to this point was only replacing LaMichael James here, but now we went into the half with the lead, and here in the 2nd half we're on a 3rd and 16, looking for Coleman here. Is he going to get open? And he goes open. Hackenberg finds him, but it's just too late. He didn't get the ball to him quick enough, and we have to give the ball back. And the Giants are here again, threatening us on the 36-yard line. Eli Manning finds his guy Harris here, and he pulls a move, but gets stopped short. That's 4th and inches. We stop them again, and they're forced to go for a field goal. And once again, we had another wasted offensive possession, but here Fackrell just misses that sack on Eli. Eli starts moving, but that's Dion Jordan and Trey Flowers sandwiching Eli Manning there for the sack. We have been significantly better today, getting pressure on the quarterback, and here on a 3rd and 4th, can we stop them again? And their miss sack again, but then Trey Flowers forces a fumble with the sack. and puts them to 4th and 15. A lot of turnovers on downs here today. So we have the ball back again, an opportunity to do something here, and DJ Foster shows how much better he is than Isaiah Pete there. Catches it in traffic and holds on to the ball. But it's pretty much at this point where everything starts to go wrong. We get to the 4th quarter 20-20, but there's a missed tackle and a touchdown, and it doesn't get any better. More missed tackles, more touchdowns, and we end up going down 41-20. 21 unanswered points. Hackenberg here finds Malcolm Mitchell for a nice toe tap reception on the sideline. But once again, that possession came to nothing. We had to punt it away, but we punted him to the 2-yard line, and we're just playing the run here, forcing it hard. We force the Vereen to the outside, and Akeem Davis catches him in the end zone. 2 points for that safety. Our defense manages to get a safety late in the game. And now it makes no real difference to the scoreline, but it's nice to see that our defense is capable of doing good things late in the games. Now, if our offense doesn't do things like this, fumbling with 30 seconds left, we might stand a chance in later games, later weeks. Let's take a look at the end of game stats. Of course, another disappointment to have another loss, but a lot closer, and it shows a lot of promise for coming weeks, really, that we managed to do this in our 2nd week. So Christian Hackenberg, not great, but not terrible. I think he took a while to get warmed up and then lost pretty much all his confidence as soon as it started to go slightly downhill. 153 passing yards, 52 completion percentage. He did throw an interception, it was a stupid one. Not much more can be said for him. Rushing wise, not a good day for Keith Marshall. We forgot about the run game. He only ran 8 times, 49 yards though. DJ Foster had that one huge run of 29 yards. A touchdown for Keith Marshall, again another broken tackle. But we need to lean more heavily on Keith Marshall. He can get it done. We know he can. 6.1 yards per carry. We just went away from it. We went away from the entire offense. There, DJ Foster showing that he's definitely a good replacement for Isaiah Pete. 4 receptions, 23 yards, and just nothing really. A lot more spread out this week, but nobody really did anything that great. Malcolm Mitchell, 28 yards. Brandon Coleman, only 19 yards on 3 receptions. Zach Sudfeld actually played better this time. Enrico Gathers, the behemoth, 22 yards on 2 receptions. And then Moritz Böhringer, who got us that 3rd down conversion. That was a nice play from him too. Defensively, Kevin Pierre-Louis had a great day for us. A lot of tackles. He was everywhere. Trey Flowers, 1.5 sacks. 1 sack for Devin Still, 1 sack for Michael Bennett, and a half a sack for 3 players here, Melvin Wright and Dion Jordan. And of course, Akeem Davis with that safety at the end of the game. One thing I forgot to mention at the stats there was Pharaoh Cooper's kick return touchdown. So he's now going to be the #1 return man there. Absolutely deserved. And I think the plan for next week is we have to have a better game plan. Take it slower on offense, run the ball a lot more, be more precise with passing. We've got to get Christian Hackenberg in a good run of form. But to be fair, 22-41, it's a lot better than last week's 51-14, so we'll take it. So in the next episode, we host the Atlanta Falcons, as well as we start scouting some college players.